This two-story tiny house is only 17 square meters or 180 square feet tiny, but because of its smart design, it has absolutely everything you need to live here. In this video, we are going to go through the floor plans first and the basic ideas behind the design, and then the whole interior and furnishing of this tiny house. So let's start with the ground floor's floor plan. As you can see, we have 3 solid walls and 1 glass wall. First, we're going to need stairs for the upper floor, but this story is only 8.5 square meters big, and we don't want to waste it for that, so the stairs will be outside of the house. It may sound weird first, but in traditional Japanese architecture, it's perfectly normal to go outside to get into another room of the house, so it will work here as well. It's a spiral staircase, by the way. That's why it has a shape like this on the floor plan. Next, we have to divide this space for 2 rooms, because this story has to contain a bathroom and a kitchen and dining area as well. So we put a wall here with a sliding door that slides into the wall to save space. That's a smart product. Let's put in the sink, toilet, and shower in this order, because if you design a bathroom, you should always place the objects closest to the door that is used the most frequently. I made a chart about it. In the remaining space, we're going to design a kitchen and a dining area. The kitchen is long enough to have a sink, a 2-section stove, and some working space on the counter. When we put in the dining table, we can see it's a little bit cramped, so we're going to make this a folding table, so it's not in the way when not used. Just like that. The last thing we want to add to this ground floor is a slide next to the staircase, just because it's fun, and there is no logical reason against it if it's outside of the house and doesn't waste any space in our home. Let's move on to the upper floor. Here we have to design a bedroom, but it's so small you may think that's the only way we can place a bed with 2 nightstands, and maybe add some storage in the corners. But this is a tiny house, and we have to compromise on some comfort to be able to fit everything we want. So let's rotate the bed and put it in the back of the room. In this corner, we can add some storage, and above the bed as well. Now this way, we gained some extra space so we can have a home office desk up here. And let's put an armchair in that free corner. We have a balcony on this floor. A 2-seater outdoor sofa fits there perfectly. And that's it for the floor plans. Let's design this tiny house's interior. Here you can see the house completely empty, so we can go through quickly on everything going into the interior. Let's go to the ground floor and start with the bathroom. That's the mood board I made for this bathroom design, so these light brown tiles will look good for us. For small bathrooms, you should always use big-sized tiles because it makes the small space feel a bit bigger. I made a chart about it. And now we add our sink with some storage under it. Then we put an oval mirror on the wall with LED light behind it. I think it looks really nice. Next in the order is our toilet, and lastly we can add the shower. It's always a good choice to use these glass walls and the same tiles inside the shower, rather than buying one of these products. It's a cleaner design. And that is our tiny bathroom. I think it turned out great. Now we can pull up this wall with the sliding door on it. In this remaining space, we have to design a kitchen for this house. It's going to be on this wall. It's enough to fit a sink, a stove, an oven, and a fridge. And there is just enough space on the countertop to do the basic things on it. Above, we're going to add some storage space where you can put all your food and other stuff. At the end, next to the glass wall, it's better to put some open shelves with round corners for a cleaner design. And lastly, finish our kitchen design with some white tiles with black gaps. Kitchen turned out pretty great as well in my opinion, so let's move on. We are going to put a dining table on this wall, which can fold up like this really simply whenever needed. Instead of chairs, I designed some stools for this project that has some storage space inside them, which is really practical in a tiny house like this. With that, we are finished with the ground floor. It has bathroom, kitchen, and dining area. Now we can move on to the upper floor. Here we have to design a bedroom, so let's add a bed first with a nightstand. And in the back of the room we can design a custom wardrobe to put your clothes and personal things in there. Put on some fronts to make it look clean. This is too much white walls for a cozy bedroom in my opinion, so we should put some wall panels there to balance it out. This way we can hang a TV there. For even more coziness, we are going to put some reading lamps on there as well, and a funky, colorful carpet on the floor. To finish up this area, let's hang a curtain there for 2 reasons. 1, to shade the TV for the bright hours of the day, and 2, to make the bedroom a little bit more closed and private. That looks good already, but as you can see, we have some space left in the room. So we can fit in a working desk as well, so this tiny house can have a little home office in it. We can place an armchair in the corner. And with that, this floor is finished too. I like this upper story of the house. It's functional and cozy at the same time. Let's not forget that we have a small balcony here as well, so we shouldn't waste it. I think a 2-seater sofa will work here so you can watch the sunset or have your morning coffee here. And there is still one element missing that was mentioned earlier. That is our slide. It's wrapped around this spiral staircase, and it fits really well into this house's architectural composition in my opinion. For this deck, we can put an outdoor dining area, or anything creative, you tell me. With that, we just went through the whole house. I would like to know if you would change anything in the design, so feel free to write it down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed going through this tiny house design. I really enjoyed designing it.